Hey, what's up? Back live. Let me quickly again check the sound at the beginning. Let me quickly again check the sound at the beginning. Let me quickly again check the sound at the beginning. Hearing myself multiple times. I think it should work. Let me see. It's working here on the other stream on YouTube. Let me see. Yeah, sounds good. Cool. Cool. So good to be live again. I also had a little break with 2D animation, but I want to get back now into animation and learning a little bit from the Animator Survival Kit. Also, for now, just let's quickly sketch in some different key positions to get back into the flow. Like that. Okay. Cool. I haven't announced yet that I'm live. Will be also more a short stream where I just want to get back into the flow of drawing, of animating. You know that sometimes you have to do other things in life, for example work, and then you don't find the time to stream so much. That's why it's great to be able to animate it a little bit more today. So I'm just looking at different key positions of a run in the Animator Survival Kit. Check that book out if you don't know that. That's a passing position. Passing position. I've said that so many times in the last year, but it's important. Contact position. And you always have to imagine how it is. If you're animating a run, you have to live that, or to be in that animation. Okay, I think that's enough for a warm-up. So yeah, I'm animating in Clip Studio Paint, and I will start now to animate a simple run. These lines here are just to help me where I place the head, and so I have some sort of reference. So here will the head be, and here the foot will be, so I know where, how much I want to go up or down, all those kind of things. To have these little helping lines helps a lot. So okay, let's go into our first layer. And also I try, it's not so I really have to find, I think the best thing would be to establish a schedule, so I can say, I don't know, every second day I'm live at 7 p.m., something like that. It's not the time that it will be, or it's not the final time, but want to be more live in the future, and I'm trying figure out what's the best thing for me, how I can incorporate it into my life next to my full-time job. And yeah, let's see how I'm going to do it. And I think it's also more easy for everyone who wants to join every now and then to know when I'm live. I think from that perspective, it makes also sense to have fixed times. On the other hand, you know that after a long work day, you're tired, you just want to sleep. And then with a fixed schedule or time plan, I would have to dream and animate, and for now what it still is, it's really something, it's my passion, if you want to call it like that. And yeah, it's difficult to say if like a fixed schedule, if I'm doing it like that, maybe it becomes more work than passion or something I enjoy to do in my free time. But yeah, just thoughts I have on how I can manage to stream a little bit more consistently on a regular basis. So I also have to concentrate a little bit. But for today's session, I don't want to put too much pressure on today's live streaming session, or to say, oh, I have to animate a one that looks perfect or that's working good for today. It's just really enjoying the time to just animate and just having a little bit fun. That's also something, I think sometimes something we forget as artists. We put too much pressure sometimes on, or we have to improve, we have to get better. That also can be a good source of motivation and a good engine to motivate yourself to practice regularly. But if you're only relying on that, I think it's not so good for your mental health, or you get also a little bit burnt out. I think a lot of artists know what I'm talking about. So to find a good balance there, and also just have sessions where you're only enjoying just also making strokes or animating, I think that's also super important. So this one here is the second contact position. Contact number 2. Okay. Now let's add the passing position. And yeah, if you have any question to the cycle, to the one cycle here, let me know in the chat, in the comments, on social media, on Instagram, wherever you want to write. Always happy to help you. So this one here, the next key drawing. You can touch this. Let's find the right angle here with the foot. I'm running. Always cool to just sketch the first key drawings and then the animation starts to work. So here we have the passing position. La 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 la. La 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 la. Okay. Let's add here the down position. The head is definitely a little bit too small, but who cares? For today, I'm not caring. Another day, I would care, I would fix it, but today, I just try to enjoy what I'm sketching here. Like Bob Ross, just paint some happy little clouds. Just paint some happy little trees. There are no limits here. Start off by believing here. So, if you know that there's a remix song of the videos from Bob Ross, highly recommend it. Super fun video. Have to bring that here a little bit down. And what I'm also thinking about, I'm not sure if you have watched it, the videos from Sora, the new AI video generator from OpenAI, and it was a little bit scary, to be honest, because it was so good, it's just beyond words. Okay, the down position is not really working good, but we're going to continue for now. That's the thing in animation, these first key positions are so crucial. I love that. So if you're bad designing them, your whole animation is breaking apart and not working good. It's, yeah, always crazy to see that these first key positions are so crucial to say if your animation is a success or not. I'm also wondering, like sometimes I would say there are more effective ways of learning that I'm than in comparison the way I learn. Because I love to just, if I'm learning something new in animation or drawing, I just love to repeat it 50 times, 100 times, 1,000 of times. Even if I, like from a perspective from the outside, you would say, okay, I've learned it. I know, for example, I studied how to animate a walk cycle. I practice it 50 times, I don't know, with some break and come back and practice again, study it, the different kind of walk cycles. But then I still like to practice even more walk cycles to implement it in my warm-up routine, because it's just fun to, yeah, if you learn something new, then just to sketch it and have fun just doing it without thinking too much on does it working or not. So I think I could have explained it better, but my point is that I would say I could learn more effectively if I would not stick for too long on one topic. But yeah, it's always a mix of having fun. What's the reason why you're learning something, for example? All those kind of different things. Do you have a deadline? All these kind of things matter. And I also have to say, deadlines are so helpful to finish a project, or even necessary if not. I mean, for every creative project, you always could change something, improve something. So to have deadlines does help to make decisions at the end of the day and just bring the project to a finished state. But yeah, I'm not sure like how it's for you. For me, deadlines are more easy for me to stick to a deadline in my job as a designer, as a graphic designer, for example, or as a video editor, than in personal projects. In personal projects, I find it more difficult to stick to deadlines because maybe for one reason, there are no. If you're doing a personal project just for yourself, you are the person who sets the deadline, and that can also a reason why sometimes you say, "Oh no, I'm not able to do it. I push the deadline to a date or later the year." So, and in a job, or if you're in a company, there are other people involved. I find it way more easy to stick to a deadline because there is no other option than to finish the project to that deadline if everything is going good or okay. Of course, there can be reasons why a deadline also in a job has to be moved, but in the best case, you're not responsible for that. But yeah, it depends also on the project, on the scale, all those kind of things. So here we have a first walk attempt. And the cool thing again also is, I have to speak in the mic, the cool thing is that only by these few key drawings here we can see if the animation is working or not. What I always mentioned is, already mentioned a couple minutes ago, the head is here a little bit too small, here it gets bigger, so the consistency here was something I could improve. But for now, to get back into 2D animation, I'm happy with this first attempt, I have to say. Let me know what you're thinking. So, and I'm learning right now, I'm looking a little bit at the Animator Survival Kit. If you haven't checked it out and you want to animate, you have to check that book out. Trying to learn a couple of new things in here. And I think we will do another one. DJ Khaled. That's also that's the thing you have in the head when you say another one. Not sure if it's a good or bad thing. You decide. Okay. It's also funny, you're live streaming and drawing. I'm wondering, like, why did this person sketch the head right now so many times again and again? And the answer is, I don't know myself. No, it's more, I think the real answer is because I haven't sketched so much lately. And I have to get back into the flow of quickly finding the shapes I want to sketch with the first attempt, a couple of attempts. And if you had a little break sketching, you just need a couple more of times to sketch the shapes you want to sketch. So the arm. The arm. So this person is definitely too sketched and too big here. So the legs now. And if you're sketching and you're using these guidelines, just use the transform tool to position your character as you like. So and something I definitely feel is that I have to think about my lines a little bit too much, but that's also something when you had a longer break. That's normal. But if you back into the flow of drawing and you've sketched a couple of days in a row, everything is just working. You sketch a head and it's almost the head you want. So, and the lines come more into place the way also you have it in the head. And that's a practice thing. Of course, the requirement is that at some point you learn the fundamentals of perspective drawing and so on. But if you feel a little bit rusty, just take your time, sketch a little bit, couple of days, and everything will feel more natural again. So that's the first attempt here. And I will do another one just to see, yeah, how could we differently sketch a walk. And as I mentioned also, these first key drawings are so important if you want to animate something. A bit smaller here. Because if these first key drawings are not working, your whole animation will not work. Like that. I always, when I'm in the point where I'm right now here sketching the feet, I'm thinking in my head, oh, I have to do some feet studies or I have to do hand studies. But when is the time where I will do that? I'm saying this for years now. I have to do these studies and I'm not doing them. I think maybe I did them, but not so intensively. So Yeah, at some point I think I will take a couple of weeks and sketch some hands. Maybe it would be cool to even animate then. So to animate a hand opening and closing or finger, something like that. And yeah, but I'm always struggling a little bit to simplify the feet. The hand is more easy, but the feet, it's also strange shapes the feet is made of. Maybe you have that feeling too, or problem? Okay, it's not looking good. And that's also something why I'm so excited to stream more, because similar to when you've not sketched for a longer time, also my ability to concentrate fades also a little bit away when I've not streamed for a longer time, because I have to stream and sketch and animate at the same time. And that's also something I have to get back used to. And speaking English, also a thing. I'm not a native English speaker. So, yeah, I think that's a cape position. Let's do the other side. This time this leg here. This arm, not leg. In the front. Like that. These parts are switching. If you have any question, let me know. Yeah. Hey, Enver, cool to see you. I was a long time not live, but cool to see you in the chat. Planning more to do more live. I'm saying that also last year, but next to a full-time job, not always easy. But I'm planning to implement a schedule where, say, I'm on this day in the week, I'm live. And maybe that's helping me to be more consistent, also with animation practice. But let's see. So these are switching. And now this arm goes here. Indicate it quickly. First T. And also something I've said today, I would just want to have fun getting back into animation and not fixing too many mistakes, but maybe you can also see it, that the hip is a little bit, it's too short, it's missing, just from the proportion. Like if you would have your body here, your upper part, your head would be here, somewhere here, and then you would also need space for the hip. And that's something that's missing here a little bit, and you can see that in the animation, but it's okay. But especially if you're animating the body in the movement, you just from natural, because you every day you see other people that move, you can tell that something is off. But hey, for today it's okay, and next time we're going a little bit more precise on the animation. And yeah, Yeah, schedule helps. I have to see, like I've mentioned before, like some days if you a full-time job, you worked the whole day, and then if you have a schedule and the schedule says today's you have to stream and you're super tired, you just want to sleep. That's something maybe I also have to get used, but let's see. I think trying it out is the best thing, and then see if it's feeling good or not. And also for now, what I really love, that yeah, 2D animation is a passion, and I'm doing it in my free time next to my job. And maybe a schedule could make it more also feel like an additional job, but not sure. Let's see. Okay, back into the animation. So this was the first key drawing I did again. Let's delete that one. Here. Delete. So. And we are also deleting this one from here. So our timeline is a little bit more cleaned up. And now the passing position. Passing position. Also something I think I will do just to, for the next stream, to experiment a little bit, to make the range of motion we have here, like this feet is going from here and the whole range of motion to the next one is to this point, so it's super big, and maybe I will try to animate a range of motion like that. So we have the foot in the beginning here, and the other foot is just here, and see how that animation is feeling, or if it's working or not. Something like that, to experiment a little bit with some different motions. Okay. So now let's do the passing position. Again, we could add some head movement, some body movement. I explored that in the walk cycles, but for now we keep it simple. And also when I'm sketching, I'm always looking for, when I'm simplifying the body, for these diagonal shapes, like that, for the upper arm, for the underarm, lower arm. So these diagonal shapes here are helping a lot to simplify the body and still maintaining that feeling of that the proportion is right. So, and again, if you haven't seen it yet, what's important when you're animating one in comparison to a walk cycle. In a walk cycle, both feet here, or not both feet, like one foot is always on the ground, and in a run cycle, you have a position that I will sketch in a second, where both feet are off the ground, they're in the air. That's a key difference between a walk and a run cycle. And it's cool that you can, so many things that you learned from a walk cycle, you can translate over to animating a run. I mean, makes also sense. Okay. Like that. Yeah, feels like a dummy animation, like a dummy run, like how the arms are far out. Looks a little bit fun, but for practice, I think it's cool. So let's add the down position. And also again, why I'm adding these lines here. So it's easier to say how much I want to put the head down, so I see immediately where the head was before, or like at the end with all drawings, at which positions the head went above or down, so I can tell more easily how I animated the run, and it helps to animate it. So next is the down position. You can also do it differently. I like to first sketch in the contact positions, then sketch in the passing position, then the down position, and then the up position. But feel free to change that and see what's working for you. So and here's also the question, like how much you want to go down. With the body. And also a cool thing when you're animating these runs or walk cycles, to observe when you're walking outside yourself, to observe how is your body move. How, because I think at some point we're just not thinking anymore when we're walking outside, and we're not observing our own body. It's just automatically we're walking from point A to B. We are more stressed from our life, or it's something we have to do at that day. But when you're starting to animate, that's a cool thing to see, like how much is my body going up and down, how are my knees moving, what is my leg doing. So yeah, to have an eye on that, I think is for everyone cool. And it also brings you in that moment in your life, so you're not thinking about your work, about your future, about the past, or whatever. You're just observing how your body is moving and how you're walking. Can be a fun thing, and if you're animating or drawing, it can help you a lot to understand body movements better. So here the body is going a little bit down. And we're adding now also the position where both feet are off the ground to show that. Because in a walk cycle we would have always one foot on the ground. That's also, you can observe if you're outside, if you're normally walking, one of your foot is always on the ground. But if we start to run, magically almost, you have a small time window, depends also how fast you're running, but where both of your feet are off the ground. So, and that's what we're sketching now. Like that. again, we would increase a little bit this space here to properly add the hip in comparison to the top body, and then the leg would start from here. But as I mentioned, I will do that in the next sessions to have a better eye on the proportions. For today is really just enjoying the session, to get back into animation and having fun. Like that. And this is the part where both feet are off the ground. Also, I think this is too extreme. So if you're normally running, you would on purpose put like more strength on, or to jump almost. This feels also like a jump. But the key thing still is that at some point both feet are off the ground, even if it's only just a little bit. And that's a key difference to a walk cycle. But the rest is really super similar. Also, something I want to study a little bit more, like how the arms are behaving or the rotation of the body. But yeah. So, and to finish this loop, this one cycle, we would have again to sketch the down position again, the passing position again, the up position again, and just go on top, for example, on this layer here, and just switch. This leg here now would be behind, this would be in front, and then just put it in front of the timeline. So in essence, what we would do is to sketch again how this leg is going forward and this leg is going backward. And in the first half of this one cycle, we sketched in how this leg was going forward and this leg was going backwards. Okay, cool. Fun session today. A little bit more short. I will think about to establish a little schedule so I can let you know when I'm live, when I'm practicing 2D animation or doing other fun animation stuff. But I'm really planning to do, to be more often live, to just having fun to practice 2D animation. It's super fun to get better at it. And yeah, I will share it on my socials. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Andreas, what's cool to see you again. Thanks you for commenting. And hope to see you in one of the next streams. And yeah, thanks for watching. And see you soon. Bye.